We ready to go?
We're ready.
Okay, now be careful here.
I will.
Okay. You need my hand?
No.
All right. Nice
Nice
job.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I thought we'd do a little tour today to tell about the Civic League. As you know, it's 100 years old this year, rather last year, but it's all right within the year.
Yeah.
And I just thought we'd like to go take a look at the 22 associations that belong to it. Where right now, we're still in the town association because town association goes from 1.5 miles from the bank corner in a radius. Everything else outside of that, they have their own associations.
Okay. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Civic League?
Yes,
what is
well,
it?
a little bit. It's the Civic League is an umbrella organization for the 22 associations that I spoke of earlier. The town association is the one that really arose from the Civic League. In 1973, they decided to have a separate organization that meets once a month in year-round in Nantucket. But the Civic League itself meets every month, the first Monday in the month.
Okay.
Now this is Brant Point that we're showing here. Of course, the white elephant on the right, and all the cross streets. When we go down to Hulbert Avenue, we go down to Brant Point and turn over to the Hulbert Avenue. That's the Brant Point Association. Now they have a lot of trouble down here with if they'd like to get some of the telephone poles underground, but it's so swampy. The water table is so close to the surface that they have a lot of trouble with it. In fact, you know, if this place asked to be built on today, they wouldn't do it. Now we're going down Hulbert Avenue, and of course the home of John Kerry, but we won't point that out at the moment. And this goes down to the full length of Hulbert Avenue, and that's essentially that plus Beach Road is what Brant Point Association is comprised of. It's kind of quiet in the wintertime, except when we do have Joan Craig. I'll tell you, Joan Craig is a force in herself. She'd make a Washington lobbyist look like a patsy. There's nothing she can't do, but she sets her mind to it.
That's good, though.
And she's good for us. Oh, yes, she works very hard for us.
Why do we need a Civic League? What's the whole idea of having one?
Well, the Civic League is made up of forward-looking people who know what the needs are and work very hard to accomplish it. For instance, we're coming now to the Jetties Beach. Now, the Jetties Beach, up until, believe it or not, the 60s, was a private beach, and it was let out. There was a concession there, and the beach was essentially a private beach, the same as Cliffside is. Well, a group with Tal Berner and Ripley Nelson, Ralph Harvey, Joe Burgess, other forward-looking people got the idea together that we'd buy it, and we put it on the town warrant, and the people passed it, and so we now own the Jetties Beach. And what it essentially means is we've got a beautiful beach that's free to people to come on the sun any day and enjoy the beach, and they don't have to pay a thing unless they want to go in and hire a locker or if they want to have a snack or something. But as far as the beach itself, it's free forever. And it was the Civic League that started that, and it was the start of the Park and Recreation Committee.
What was it like back then? What was the climate like when these forward-looking people back then wanted to buy this? Were they up against the opposition?
Oh, yes. All the people said, oh, we'll always have a way to get onto this beach. This beach is open. They said, we don't have to buy this. People just didn't have the vision. It's the same way with the Dionis Beach. We had a very hard time convincing people that we should buy that mile of beach at Dionis. People said, oh, you'll always be able to get on that beach by yourself and, free. And we knew that it wasn't so, and so we owe an awful lot to the people who took that extra effort to make a an article for the warrant so that we could have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, now do you think this old crate's going to
Sure.
make this?
Oh yeah, this thing will make it. Which way am I going?
That way, I think. Get down to Cliff Road is what
All right.
you want.
Okay.
I could get lost up here because it's so built up, you know, compared to what it was.
Sure.
But we're headed down here. I'm quite sure we'll hang a left.
Yes, we will.
Now, this is what you might call a fiefdom. There's only 26 families down here, but Bill Hance was able to get this association accomplished as part of the Civic League. And of course, what they can do is to ask for things they want. And what they want is to keep this place nice and primitive. You can't put any kind of tar in this road or you'd be tarred and feathered if you even thought about it.
Oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, way back in ancient history, there were farms out here, same as there are farms everywhere. But it was a summer place when I was a child. And right now, that Sachem Road, there have always been people there that have nice homes. And again, you can see right here, there's a few big, beautiful houses.
Yeah.
And what they are, they're right up on the edge of the cliff.
Right.
And the trucks you can see are all doing the jobs they were supposed to be doing all winter.
Hey, we'll turn around right
Sure,
here.
right here. Nobody's home.
Did you
So
know the
there you are.
Hinkleys? Did you know them?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
They were gone before my day.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Somebody at the Historical Association would know, but I don't. No. Tom McGlynn's grandmother
Yes.
had a
house
place
out
there.
there.
Yeah,
Yes, he
beautiful
told me.
big house with a red roof.